And I am a biomedical engineering student who is currently in his last year of the degree, and I am carrying out my bachelor thesis in sleep enhancement technologies related to Alzheimer's disease. So I ended up deciding to do my bachelor thesis in the private sector pretty much because I couldn't seem to find anybody in Barcelona or therefore in most of Spain that could actually offer me a project in the topics that I was interested. So I ended up emailing all the private companies or neurotechnology companies that I could find, Neuroelectrics, BitBrain, then La Fundación Ramón y Cajal in Madrid, and I ended up meeting up with BitBrain Technologies, which is a company that's based in Barcelona and Zaragoza and also in Boston, and they had a very interesting sleep technology project that was about to start up and go further down the line. So they offered me to do my bachelor thesis with them and learned all of these new concepts from them, and hopefully I'll be able to achieve all of the ambitions that I have planned out for my bachelor thesis within this private company. So when choosing a topic and when choosing a place to carry out my bachelor thesis, obviously I had to keep in mind the fact that we are currently living in a pandemic, and I had to make my decision a little bit based off of this knowledge. So when trying to decide where I wanted to do it, I had the idea in mind that it was very possible that I had to do most of my work from home. But the way I saw it, it was more of an opportunity than a disadvantage, because it allowed me the opportunity to work pretty much anywhere I wanted in Spain without having to relocate or move out of Barcelona. So I think that taking advantage of the situation has allowed me to work with this company, BitBrain, which is actually, the engineers are based in Zaragoza, and I've been able to work with them 100% from home. And although for the last part of my bachelor thesis, I am going to have to relocate and actually do some in-person experiments and analyses, I still think that everything that I've done up until now has been 100% from home, and I've been very satisfied with it. So if we were to go back to the situation we had last year, where we were all in complete lockdown for almost two months and a half, I would have serious difficulties completing the final part of my bachelor thesis, especially because I need to go to my company, I need to pick up equipment, I hopefully need to do a series of experiments, and if I wasn't able to do this, I would have to work everything based off online data sets, downloading data from the internet and doing all of my decoding algorithms and virtual experiments on the data that I've downloaded from the internet. I wouldn't be able to actually carry out any experiment that I'm interested in. So I would much rather do my final presentation in person rather than doing it online, because I feel that when someone is actually showing their work themselves in front of a jury, I think the message that they want to give can actually make it clearer to the audience. Whereas if you're doing it online, it may be a little bit more difficult for the audience to stay hooked on whatever you're talking about and to keep a constant flow of information without having the audience lose you at half of the presentation and then recap all the way at the end. I think that a normal presentation would be much better for all of those that are actually presenting, and I think that it would also make justice to the work that we've done over the whole year, and giving us the closure I think that we need to graduate and move on.